This is the piece in the back of DAC, the Downtown Artists Co-op right now, that I'm working on for Hemlock Semiconductor. It's 6 feet wide by 4 feet high, so it's hard to get the whole picture in. But I've taken some stills, but I kind of felt like getting up close and talking about it a little bit. I'm trying to differentiate areas by the size of the pieces. I have all the pieces just gather around me in bits and big chunks, little chunks, squiggly chunks, etc. We've done some of the breaking apart ourselves, because we ended up with quite a few of these, which are about, I think, 6 inches in diameter, about 2 inches high. So I've made kind of a central piece. I guess you'd call it well, it's not central, of course, but it's 3 of them plus pieces. I used a couple of big wooden discs. I'll have to come back later and fill in around where that's showing, the wood still showing. Some of these in the middle here are not glued down yet. Still trying to decide just how much. I'm trying to do swirls. It's kind of an outer space piece, and I'm trying to follow my swirls, as it were, around. And still hard to know how much of a swirl you're allowed, because you're not sure how many of the particular type of pieces are left. For example, how many of those flat ones, how many of these small, really flat ones, how many of the ones that kind of come up in little peaks. But these are the ones I really love over here, and those are the ones I do want to make a swirl, and they almost look like fossils. This is polycrystalline silicone. So the pieces they gave me, I don't feel like I'm getting a very good look at them, but they look like fossils, and they're all crenellated and crumpled looking, and I just love that look, and would like to have another swirl of those going either up this side or down in this corner or wherever I can find them. Depending on how many I've got and how they show. And then I've got these ones that are more like flat and shiny, and it's hard to, well, they're flatter, let's say. Let's go over here and look at these. A little bit flatter. They don't come through looking all that flat maybe they do. On the edge here, you can see a little bit some of the dimension. And then every now and then I try to, get the height built up, especially around these, because they look so, I had heard they were 1 inch deep, and when they turned out to be 2 inches, they just look too much by themselves. Here's one that's still by itself. And so they really need to graduate down with some sort of a built-up area. And I'm having sort of spirals or rays or something come out from some of these round pieces. So we'll try one more time to get don't know how much I'm getting in, because I can't see what I'm showing, actually holding it above my head. But so that's it. Thanks.